my name is Tiffany Lee and I'm a senior at Tiffany High School.
So my name is Shilp Shah. I'm a senior. I'm 17 at Tiffany High School.
Hi, my name is Kwan and I'm a senior at Tiffany High School. And this is our Chinese Culture Project on the educational systems of America and China.
My name is Dana Lee and I'm 18 years old. I came to the USA in second grade and I was about 7.
My name is Jenny and I'm currently turning 17. I came here 4 years ago, so when I was about 13 years old.
My name is Caroline and I'm in 12th grade. I came to the United States when I was 16 and now I'm a sophomore at the time.
I'm Zhiwei Chang and I am 17 years old.
Yeah, exactly.
I like how but I was 13.
I'm Zhiwei and my age is 17. I came to America when I'm 5th grade when I'm 16 years old. Yes, nothing special. You stay in school for like 14 hours and you just study just homework. We go to school in the morning at like 7 o'clock and we study till like noon we eat lunch and we study and then we go home.
Hi, my name's Alice. I'm a junior in high school right now. Well, you wake up at 7 or 6:30, go to school at 7:30, and we have an 8-period day with 7 classes usually and a lunch. A lot of people stay after school for after-school activities like clubs and band and sports.
A typical Chinese school day is much longer than an American school day. While American students usually spend about 7 hours each weekday in school, Chinese students can start from 7 a.m. to 8:20 p.m., sometimes even until 10 p.m. for seniors.
I think the biggest difference is discipline and how the students behave in class. All the kids are afraid to talk back to the teacher and they would always stay quiet and remain silent when the teacher is teaching. Like, I feel like teachers are more respected there.
I think schools in China focus on different things. I think they focus on like math more. They have like a stricter way of teaching things and a different method.
The students will have more freedom in how to study or what to study, because a lot of people have after school time and they could choose to go to their music or they could do sports. But in China, most of the students just devote their entire day to schoolwork.
Here in America, students are required to actively participate in class. In fact, we are often graded on our participation. This encourages involvement and allows the student to add to the discussions. However, this means that quieter students usually get lower grades. This is where the Chinese system comes in. In China, the teacher usually lectures as the students listen attentively. Students are expected to be much more formal and respectful to their teachers. There is less interaction between the teacher and student, but this sets the tone for the classroom. When American classes are open for discussion, the classroom usually becomes noisy and distracted. Some will say that Chinese classrooms need to encourage more free thought and speech. Some will say that American classrooms need more focus and respect.
I would say like math would be easier, but in science it's different because I didn't have earth science while I was in China.
It's perhaps easier than except for
Up until like middle school, I basically knew everything because the workload was a lot more difficult in China and we covered way more like subjects. So it's hard to compare, but math-wise,
In America, students usually rotate during the day to each of their different classes. However, in China, students usually stay in the same desk while teachers rotate. This means that students spend time with their classmates for the entire day. Of course, this could mean closer bonding, but at the same time, one can appreciate in American schools the opportunity to stretch or to see different faces.
It's usually about like 20 to 25 students in a class.
Like 60 or 60.
American classes are smaller and more active. Chinese classes are larger and lecture style.
There's a lot of work, and because I have so many classes, it accumulates to many hours of studying. There's a lot of competition between classmates who all want to do their best, and especially in junior year, there's a lot of homework and classwork. There's a lot of pressure to take tests as well and just get good grades in general.
My name is Christine and I'm 16 years old. I'm a junior, so I don't really have fun classes this year.
I think schools in America focus not just on knowledge and classes. There's a lot more involvement in extracurriculars as well. Like, a lot of my school life is not just spent on studying, it's spent on going to club activities, instead of compared to China where they just study.
I think standards in China are higher.
In America, junior year is the most stressful year for students, having SATs and more work. In China, the end of senior year final exam determines if a student will go to college. In the United States, students are encouraged to be well-rounded individuals. When applying for college, numerous things are taken into account, such as high school grades, standardized test scores, extracurricular activities, teacher recommendations, an application essay, and sometimes even a personal interview. After April, most students are essentially done for the year and can relax. In China, college acceptance is solely determined by the final exam given at the end of the school year called the Gaokao. This is an immense amount of pressure. Chinese students tend to immigrate to Western countries such as the United States, Australia, England, and France. In fact, Chinese students make up the largest foreign group studying in America. For every one American student studying in China, there are 10 Chinese students studying in America.
I didn't really know any English when I came to America. I believe the only word I knew in English was like teacher, and I had to be placed in the ESL classes up until like the 4th grade.
Teachers in China talk more and take up class time. There are more class discussions in the United States. A country's educational system reflects greatly on their culture. The United States, which operates under a democracy, values free speech, so students are encouraged to express their opinions in the classroom. On the other hand, China, under an autocratic government, stresses respect and obedience. Free expression is less encouraged in Chinese systems, but many successful individuals do emerge.
The longer school days offered by Chinese schools signify their intense value of education. Unlike the American educational system, which focuses heavily on the social aspect, the Chinese educational system focuses heavily on the learning aspect of education.
A student in China attends school for more than 12 hours a day, studying diligently and individually with a lot of motivation. Thus, a Chinese student is not typically rewarded for being well-rounded. Many Chinese families see the value in American education, thus immigrate to America in order to provide their children with a better future. America has many opportunities for all individuals, whereas in China, only the rich or the best of the best are able to make it to the top. American students create connections with their teachers.
Teachers often catch up with their old students to see how they're doing or just to engage in a friendly conversation after class.
In China, the relationships between teachers and students remain strictly educational as they work in separate spheres. By comparing Chinese and American education systems, students, we have come to the conclusion that each of these systems has its perks and disadvantages, but it all depends on what kind of student you are. Methods in a Chinese classroom might work better on an American student or vice versa. Either way, it's all about the individual student's learning style. But whatever the system the student is in, hard work and dedication are always rewarded.